Let's go. All right.
Hi, this is my dad, Gerald Day. Dad is the founder of Day's Markets in 1972, and he's turned the business over to his four sons. And it would have been, November of 1997, I believe, and something around that line. And he's the founder of Day's Market. I just thought we'd have a little interview with my dad.
Appreciate that. That's good.
You want to talk to him a little bit about why you left the company you left and what brought you into independent grocer and why it's important to be an independent grocer and be in a community.
Okay.
I left Albertsons after 18 years. 16 of it was a store manager and had much success with them. And previous to that, I'd been with Safeway for about 6 years.
Okay.
And worked a couple of years in an independent store while I was going to the University of Utah. And decided I loved the grocery business so much that that's where I went.
Just got right into it. Deep.
Right into it.
All right.
I was very pleased with Albertsons when I first started working for them. I became a manager. Mr. Albertson said, I've got over $1 million invested in this particular store. In those days, that was $1 million was a lot of money.
That was a big investment.
Now it probably wouldn't run to open the front end. But,
Yeah, that's right.
but anyway, he said, if you'll treat that like it's your $1 million, we've got some basic guidelines, and you run it like you want to for your community, and we'll both be happy. And I did that. And of course, Albertson at that time they had 27 stores, and it's new in Utah. And so as they grew, they used the past that their managers were not able to do what some of the guys that started the same time I did could. Mm-hmm. So they had to start putting rules and regulations. And it was very difficult to not do what I knew was right in my community. And so I started looking for a store. I got tired of having to fight with the district manager every time that they wanted to put a rule in that just wouldn't work in my store. So I started looking for a store, and I looked for over 2 years to find a store that would be satisfactory to me and to the person that was selling it. And ended up with an old Pioneer store here in Heber City, Utah. And the fellow had bought it the year before and found out he was not a groceryman, and so we bought it, and he built a new building for us the next year, and that was fun. 1972.
1972.
And it's been a great challenge. We've had 10 different locations over that period of time.
Here in the valley?
No.
Just in
different communities.
In different communities, okay.
And most of them were small stores in small towns, and then eventually they don't work anymore very well.
Yeah.
And so we disposed of them and built a new store here and a new one in Provo, and very pleased with it. Heber City's been a great place for my family. And, all of my children live, 5 of the 6 live here, and one lives in Provo, and so
They're all close.
They're all close. It's been nice.
Let me ask you a question. There, in the industry today, and in small communities, local communities, there's an insurgence of bigger conglomerate grocers coming in. And what's been real interesting is to see a place like your store here and other associated food stores continue to progress and grow in an environment that usually would turn that thing around, because you see a lot of small businesses going out of business because of the big.
Right.
What do you think the secret is to your stores that's keeping them strong in the community?
Well, our folks basically live in the community,
Okay.
and our kids go to school here. They go to school with our customers' kids. We do community things and become part of the community. It's our life. And for instance, now that I'm not in ownership anymore, I don't have to live in here. I choose to live here because I like the small town.
Yeah. Okay.
And I believe in the independent grocery business, having been in it for almost 40 years now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've been involved with the wholesale house as a board member for 22 years and chairman of the board for 12 years. And I've seen other members prosper by giving the customers service and quality that they can't get in the bigger companies.
Okay. So you think that's probably what it is? That's what I feel too. But that's
Well, and
service.
not only that, we can carry the product in our store that fits our community. And the big
Yeah.
stores have a set, and it goes almost everywhere.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the personal, kind of that personal level of service and the personal products and services, the things that people need, is
Right.
what keeps them coming here. Yeah.
Well, it's fun to be the owner of the store and be in the store,
Yeah.
and the customers like that,
Yeah.
and I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. That says a lot, doesn't it?
Does.
When you walk in, you see the owner. That means a lot to you, because it is.
And my sons have done a marvelous job in the 12 or 13 years that they've had the business. They've done things that I couldn't have done. And they've kept up with technology, and they've made the changes to make the stores better.
Yeah, and that's a big deal, isn't it? That's you got to stay on the front end of these markets and in your communities and in the industry you're in to keep ahead of it all, don't you?
You do.
It's a big thing. Yeah, you bet. Okay.
Okay?
All right. Great. Thank you
you.
very much. You bet.
Thanks.
Appreciate your time. It's good to have you on film.
I'm glad to be here.